problem, all of you see. From the following trial balance and additional information, you are required to prepare a trading account, profit and loss account, and a balance sheet. These three are included in the final accounts. Here we are given trial balance. There are three columns. First column, particulars. First column represents particulars. So wherein all the debit and credit particulars are recorded. All the debit and credit accounts are recorded. Second column represents debit balances. Third column represents the credit balances. Okay. Under this trial balance statement, under this, there are four adjustments given. Additional information are adjustments. Closing stock, outstanding rent and taxes, charge depreciation on machinery, wages prepaid, etc. These four are given. Yes. See, in the particulars column, so we can find assets, liabilities, expenses, incomes. Okay, all are included, all are put together in this particular column. Just we have to pick up every item, just we have to take, and so we have to write in the respective statement. This is only the way. Okay, there are no steps, nothing. Yes. This is the problem. Let us go to the solution. Yes, first of all, you have to draw this format, 1 page length format. All of you have to draw in the notebook, 1 page length, particulars amount. Left side is called a debit side, right side is called a credit side. Okay. Debit side is in this format, so we have two parts. First part is called as a trading account. Second part is called a profit and loss account. Okay. In the trading account on the debit side, on the left side, what are recorded generally? So opening stock, net purchases. Net purchases refer to purchases minus purchase returns, and direct expenses. Direct expenses are those expenses which are incurred at a factory level. Expenses which incur until goods are manufactured. Okay, those have to be shown here. This is the order generally. Opening stock first we have to show, next net purchases, next direct expenses. On the credit side, net sales and closing stock. Net sales refer to sales minus sales returns. Closing stock means stock at the end of the financial year. Stock on closing day. It is generally given in the adjustments. Second part is a profit and loss account. On the debit side of a profit and loss account, we have to show all the remaining expenses other than those which have been already taken in the trading account. All the leftover expenses have to be shown here. On the credit side, gross profit, generally, gross profit, all the remaining incomes have to be shown here. So what do you understand here? Debit side, we have to show expenses. Direct expenses are in the trading account and other expenses are in the profit and loss account. Right side or credit side, we show direct incomes in the credit on the credit side of trading account, and so remaining all incomes are on the credit side of a profit and loss account. Simply, expenses are on the debit side and incomes are on the credit side. So this is the format. So we have to prepare here. See, 1 page length, you must have to draw this. Have you drawn? Have you drawn this format?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
The date is wrong, sir.
Huh?
Date
What is that?
31st December 2005.
2005. Okay, the date doesn't matter. Okay, so make it correct. right? So 0, put 0. Yes, very good for finding. Yes, 2005. Okay, you can write, no problem. Yes, next statement is balance sheet. Yes, balance sheet. Yes, this is the balance sheet. You draw this format for half page length only. Yes, here also, so you can make it 2005. 2005. Yes, on the left side, liabilities are shown. On the right side, assets are shown. Assets refer to the furniture, so buildings, so cash, debtors, and so on. Liabilities include bank loan, capital, creditors, bills payable, and so on. Okay, so draw this format. Then we go to the problem. Assets and liabilities are shown in the balance sheet. All the expenses and incomes are shown in the trading and profit and loss account. Once again, remember all of you. All the expenses and incomes are shown in the trading and profit and loss account. All the assets and liabilities are shown in the balance sheet. This is the main important thing. Say, have you taken format? Afternoon class time is 10 minutes less. So we have to go fast. We have to complete this problem. It takes some time for explanation and for writing everything. So you have to be fast. Yes. Have you taken?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Now let us, all of you, go to the problem. Yes. First, yes, just simply we have to pick up every point, every account. Just we have to pick up, and it has to be shown in the respective statement where it comes generally. Okay, so capital. Capital means what? Every item, so you have to mark it. So let us first of all identify the accounts having the adjustment. The second adjustment, you see, outstanding rent and taxes is second adjustment. Outstanding rent and taxes. Here you have to so round off for this account. Outstanding, yes, rent and taxes. Round off this. Why? Because this account has the adjustment. In order to understand, in order to know, when we come to here, so we know that so this account has the adjustment. So yes, this is the account that has an adjustment, so it is rounded off. Next, charge depreciation on machinery. Machinery has the adjustment. Machinery also. So round off machinery. Machinery, yes. Machinery has the adjustment. Next, wages prepaid. Wages. Wages has the adjustment. Okay, wages is also rounded off. Yes, these three accounts are rounded off because they have adjustments. Yes. See, closing stock, so it cannot be recorded. Yes, let us first of all take this capital. Capital means what? Capital is the amount invested by the owner. When we think on behalf of the business firm, it is a liability. It is a liability of the business because it has to be repaid to this owner. So mark it. Every item has to be marked when it is taken to record in the statement. So capital is a liability. Yes, it is to be shown on the liability side of a balance sheet. This is the meaning. On the liability side of a balance sheet. Okay. Go to balance sheet. All of you. On the liability side, for every problem, you have to show capital as the first item, and the amount should be recorded within the yes, in the inner column only. Capital amount should be recorded in the inner column as the first item. Why? Because always for every problem. Why? Because here some adjustments are to be made to this amount. So like so net profit or net loss or drawings taken by the owner or anything. So anything so which relates to the owner, which is concerned to the owner, has to be adjusted here itself. So that is why for every problem you have to show capital amount in the inner column as the first item. Okay, so leave it. All of you write so capital 20,000. Next, go to second item. So what is next item? Sundry debtors. Sundry debtors is an asset. Debtors are those who are due to pay to the business firm. Debtors are those customers who purchased goods on credit basis earlier. Now they become as the debtors. Now they have to pay. Now the business firm has the right to collect the money from them. So sundry debtors is a liability asset. Sundry creditors is a liability opposite. So sundry debtors is the asset. So it comes on the asset side of a balance sheet. So mark it. Yes, sundry debtors is an asset. Go to balance sheet. On the asset side, sundry debtors 5,400. Sundry debtors 5,400. Yes, sundry debtors. Next, go to the problem every time. So we have to go to the problem. We have to pick up next item. Drawings. Drawings means what? The amount taken by the owner for his personal use. The amount, the cash or goods or for anything, any benefit which is taken by the owner for his personal use. So that is called drawings. So drawings reduces the capital. Okay, reduces the capital invested by him. So drawings is to be always deducted from the capital on the liability side. Drawings should be deducted from a capital amount on the liability side. Why? Because it reduces the capital. He has taken money back. The owner has taken it back. So go to balance sheet. And so on the liability side, less drawings. Amount is 1,800. All of you have to write. So you have to practice along with me. So I am giving sufficient time for recording, for writing. Yes, less drawings 1,800. Yes, deduct now. What is 18,200? So let it be 18,200. So what it means is actually invested 20,000 by the owner. See, he has taken 1,800 back. Now is the capital is 18,200. Okay, so leave it. Next, go to the problem. Next item is machinery. Machinery is rounded off here, you know that. Machinery is rounded off. So why? Because it has the adjustment. You can understand that this account has the adjustment. If any item has the adjustment, any account has the adjustment, that is to be shown in the inner column, first of all. So thereafter, later on, it can be adjusted. Any account has the adjustment that should be shown in the inner column. Thereafter, it should be adjusted. Okay, machinery, what is the nature of machinery? It is an asset. Machinery is the asset. So it comes on the asset side. It comes on the asset side. Machinery, we have to show in the inner column. Why? Because it has the adjustment. Machinery 7,000. Just show in the inner column. Yes. Next one. Next item. Sundry creditors. Sundry creditors is a liability. So sundry creditors are those from whom goods have been purchased by the business on credit basis earlier. Now the business firm is liable to pay. So it becomes a creditor. See, it has to pay. It is due to pay. So that is why sundry creditors is liability. Sundry debtors is an asset. Sundry creditors is a liability. We have to show on the liability side. Go to balance sheet liability side. Here you have to leave some space because here some adjustment is to be made. So during this financial year, so the business firm might have earned some profit or loss. That profit or loss belongs to the owner, so that is to be adjusted to his capital amount. That is to be added to his capital amount. That is why here we have to make some adjustment just to leave some space here. Okay, so leave some space here, then you write the sundry creditors. Sundry creditors 2,800. One problem strictly follow along with me so you can understand. So nothing is a critical here. Sundry creditors 2,800. Next. Wages. Wages has the adjustment. It is rounded off, you know. Yes, you can find. It has the adjustment. So it is to be shown in the inner column only. First of all, it is to be shown in the inner column. So wages means what? It is a direct expenditure. Wages are the remuneration which is paid to laborers who work in the factory. It relates to factory expenditure. Yes, the expenditure which is incurred until goods are manufactured, production is made, are called as a direct expenses. Wages, cotton, grease, oil, so power, carriage, inward, factory supervisor salary, manager salary, and factory rent, and so on. So these are all called as a direct expenses. But in this problem, only one direct expenditure is given. So that is wages, and it has the adjustment. So it is to be shown in the inner column on the debit side of a trading account. Debit side of trading account. So go to trading account. Yes, trading account on the debit side. See, so here is an order. Opening stock, net purchases we have to show first of all. So thereafter direct expenses have to be shown. So leave some space here. See, here we have to show opening stock and net purchases. So for that, so leave some space. Then you write to wages in the inner column. 10,000. To wages 10,000. Yes. Next, purchases. See, purchases are generally purchases given in the debit amount column and purchase returns are given in the credit amount column. So in this problem, so there are no purchase returns when you go through up and down. Yes, in the particulars, so you cannot find so purchase returns. Okay, so when purchases and purchase returns both are given, for example, purchases appear in the debit column, purchase returns appear in the credit column. Opposite. See, when both are given, what we have to do? Purchases have to be shown in the inner column. Then we have to deduct purchase returns. The net purchases have to be shown in the outer column. But in this problem, since there are no purchase returns, only purchases have to be shown in the outer column. Generally, purchase returns are given in the credit column, but in the credit column only there are three items: so capital, creditors, capital, creditors, sales. Only there are three items, so no purchase returns are given. Yes, go to trading account, purchases, two purchases, leave some space above. So we have to write here opening stock. Here we have to write some opening stock. Two purchases, 19,000. Two purchases, 19,000. Next. After purchases, opening stock, yes. Opening stock means the stock on the opening day of the financial year. The stock on the opening day of the financial year is called the opening stock. It is to be shown as the first item on the debit side of a trading account. Yes, opening stock 4,000. Go to trading account. As the first item, you show two opening stock. Two opening stock 4,000. Okay, two opening stock 4,000. Yes. Next, after opening stock, bank balance. Bank balance means it is an asset. This business firm has some balance in the bank. Earlier it has deposited some cash in the bank. So that the bank balance is called as an asset. So go to balance sheet. Yes. Right on the asset side. Here you have to leave some space. Why? Because machinery is recorded in the inner column. We have to adjust here. Something is to be adjusted here. So that is why we have to leave some space here. Because machinery is recorded in the inner column. Yes, just to leave space here, then you write as a bank balance. How much? 3,000. Bank balance is 3,000. Yes, go to the problem. After bank balance, carriage charges. Carriage charges refer to transportation charges. Transportation charges. So we can consider them as indirect expenses. Indirect expenses. Okay. So if carriage inward is given, for example, carriage inward. Carriage inward refers to transportation charges incurred to bring the material to the factory, raw material to the factory. So that is a direct expenditure that is taken on the debit side of trading account. But simply carriage charges or carriage outward are given, for example, carriage charges, carriage expenses, carriage outward are given. So they are regarded as indirect expenses or other expenses other than direct expenses. So carriage charges is shown on the debit side of profit and loss account. 300. Debit side of profit and loss account. Yes. Here you leave some space here. Here also for writing one sentence. Just to leave one space, one sentence space, and then you write to carriage charges. To carriage charges 300. Carriage charges 300. Next, salaries. Salaries means the remuneration which is paid to employees who work in the office. See, wages is the direct expenditure that relates to factory. Salaries is the indirect expenditure that relates to office. It is not related to production, making the production. Okay, so salaries is taken on the debit side of profit and loss account. Salaries of 400. So go to profit and loss account. Yes, two salaries. 2 salaries. 2 salaries 400. Salaries of 400. Next one is rent and taxes. It is rounded off. This account is rounded off. It means that it has the adjustment. It has the adjustment. So it is to be shown in the inner column. Rent and taxes, the expenditure that relates to office. Simply rent and taxes given. So taxes are paid by office people, not by this factory people. So it relates to office, so it is indirect expenditure. 3 o'clock I have given message for 3 o'clock. 3 o'clock. After class. After class. Okay. See, rent and taxes is 900. 900. So it has the adjustment. So yes, it is to be shown in the inner column, and it is to be shown on the debit side of a profit and loss account because it relates to office. It doesn't relate to the factory. It is not the direct expenditure. So this is the expenditure that is incurred after making the production. Okay, and yes, go to profit and loss account on the debit side. To rent and taxes is shown in the inner column because it has the adjustment. To rent and taxes to be shown in the inner column to make some adjustment. Okay, yes, to rent and taxes. Next, to go to the problem. Yes, next is sales. Rent and rate taxes we have taken already. So sales. Sales is income. So it is to be shown on the credit side of trading account as the first item. Net sales. Generally, sales are given in the credit column. Sales returns are given in the debit column. This is the most important thing you have to understand. Purchases appear in the debit. Purchase returns appear in the credit. Sales appear in the credit column and sales returns appear in the debit column. In this problem, Sales given, but no sales returns are given. So there are no sales returns in the debit column. Only sales are given. So these sales 29,000 is regarded as a net sales. So when sales returns are given, so we can show sales in the inner column, then we deduct sales returns, the net sales can be shown in the outer column. But here in this problem, there are no sales returns. Yes, go to trading account. On the credit side, buy sales. Buy sales, credit side, so you have to write with the buy, buy. Debit side, you have to start with the TO2, always, for a trading account and profit and loss account, not for a balance sheet. Buy sales, 29,000. Yes. Go to the problem. From trial balance, you have taken all the accounts. Okay, everything is marked. Yes, now come to the adjustment. So closing stock, every adjustment is taken twice. Closing stock, once it is taken on the credit side of a trading account, again it is shown as the asset because this is the stock on the closing day. This is the stock on 31st December 2005. So this is an asset. Okay, once it is taken on the credit side of a trading account, again it is shown as the asset in the balance sheet. Let us first of all show on the credit side of a trading account. Go to trading account. On the credit side, buy closing stock. Buy closing stock. Here I have already given so hidden details. So generally, so what are taken in these statements. Okay. So closing stock amount 1200. Yes, once it is taken on the credit side of a trading account, again it is to be shown on the asset side. On the asset side as the closing stock. On the asset side as the closing stock of 1200. Okay, first adjustment is completed. Once it is shown on the credit side of a trading account, again it is shown as the asset on the closing day on the asset side of a balance sheet. Go to second adjustment. What is that second adjustment? Is outstanding rent and taxes. See, outstanding rent means, see, outstanding rent and taxes refer to rent and taxes to be paid. For this financial year is from 1st January 2005 to December 31st 2005. So this was the financial year. During this financial year, 100 rupees rent is to be paid. Okay, still 100 rupees rent is to be paid for this financial year. That is known as outstanding rent and taxes. Any expenditure which is to be paid, which is still to be paid for the current financial year, is called as outstanding expenditure, outstanding rent or outstanding salary, outstanding wages, okay, outstanding insurance or anything. So this outstanding expenditure, like outstanding rent, so it is to be added to the respective expenditure. This is to be, first what is to be done? This is to be added to the respective expenditure. And second time, it is to be shown as the liability. Outstanding means, outstanding rent means rent to be paid. Rent is still to be paid for this financial year. So it is a liability. This is APO. So any outstanding expenditure is regarded as a liability. So this has to be shown on the liability side as well balance sheet. Once it is to be adjusted to respective account in the trading and profit and loss account, again it is to be shown as the liability. Okay, now let us go to the profit and loss account. See, rent we have shown in the inner column. On the debit side of a profit and loss account, we have already shown within the inner column. Now here we have to add the outstanding. Outstanding how much? 100 rupees. Okay. See, actually paid 900, still 100 rupees is paid. Total 1000 rupees belongs to this financial year. 1000 rupees rent belongs to this financial year. Yes, add 900 plus 1000. 900 plus 100, total 1000. Okay, any outstanding expenditure is to be added to the respective expenditure. Again, it is to be shown as the liability. Liability on the liability side, go to balance sheet. On the liability side, show outstanding rent and taxes. Outstanding rent and taxes. 100. Outstanding rent and taxes 100. Yes. Next, go to next adjustment. Charge depreciation on a machinery. Depreciation means a continuous reduction in the value of an asset. It is a loss to the business. It is an expenditure. Okay. It can be considered as the economic cost of the asset. See, when the machine is used in the business, when machinery is used for manufacturing something, the machine gets depreciated, its value. The value of a machine will be reduced automatically. So that what is the percentage of reduction? 10% on machinery value. 10%. Every year, 10% depreciation is made. Yes, machinery value, what is the machinery value? 7,000. 10% on 7,000 means 700. So this depreciation relates to machinery. So it is to be shown on the profit and loss account, debit side of profit and loss account. So because it has an economic cost. So you go to profit and loss account. On the debit side, write to depreciation on machinery. Depreciation is a loss or economic cost. Okay, that is incurred. That depreciation can be calculated by the office people. So it is to be 10%. 7,000 into 10 by 100, 700. 7,000 machinery value into 10 by 100, 700. Yes, once it is to be shown on the debit side of profit and loss account. Again it is to be deducted from the machinery on the asset side. We have already shown machinery in the inner column on the asset side of a balance sheet. Go to balance sheet now. Yes, machinery we have already shown in the inner column. Now what we have to do? Since the machinery value gets reduced, so it is to be deducted from here. Less depreciation. Less depreciation, 700. 7,000 minus 700. 6,300. 6,300 is the value of machinery as on 31st March, 31st December actually. Yes, not. See, 31st December 2005. 31st December 2005. All of you write it, make it correct. 31st December 2005. On 1st January 2005, the machinery value was 7,000. During this financial year, since it has been used, so the machinery got depreciated. Its value 700. So as of now, the machinery value is 6,300. Yes, 2 times it is recorded. Next, last adjustment. Every adjustment is to be made twice. 2 times every adjustment is to be taken. Second, wages prepaid. Wages prepaid. Wages prepaid means is paid in advance. Suppose you are studying 3rd year. In the 3rd year itself, if you pay 4th year tuition fee, that tuition fee is called as that tuition fee is called as prepaid tuition fee. Prepaid tuition fee. Similarly, this business firm has paid in advance wages to the laborers for next year, for next month, for next January 2006. For January 2006, they have already paid wages for the laborers. See, when it is paid in advance, that amount doesn't belong to this financial year, that belongs to next year. So this 400 rupees belongs to next year, not for this current year. So what we have to do? If any expenditure is paid in advance, that is to be deducted from the respective expenditure. That should be deducted from the respective expenditure. And again, it is to be shown as the asset. Any expenditure which is paid in advance is regarded as an asset. Okay, suppose you have paid the fourth year tuition fees in the third year itself. Unfortunately, if you don't want to continue fourth year also, you can collect that money from the college. Okay, that is your asset. Any expenditure which is paid in advance is regarded as the asset. So this is to be, that asset is to be shown on the asset side of a balance sheet the second time. First, it is to be deducted from the respective expenditure. So wages, where are recorded wages? Wages are recorded on the debit side of a trading account. We have already recorded in the inner column. Okay. So now from a trading account, from wages, we have recorded in the inner column the way. So we have to deduct. We have to deduct prepaid wages or prepaid. Simply prepaid. How much? 400. Prepaid 400 advance for next year. So 10,000 minus 400, 9,600 actually the expenditure on wages belongs to this financial year. 9,600 belongs to this financial year only. Yes. Again, so this prepaid is to be, yes, go to balance sheet. Yes, on the asset side we have to write it, because any expenditure which is paid in advance is regarded as an asset. Any expenditure which is still to be paid is regarded as a liability, like outstanding rent. Outstanding rent. Any expenditure which is to be paid for this financial year is called as a liability. Any expenditure which is paid in advance is called as a asset. Yes, prepaid wages is asset. Now go to the problem. Yes, every item from the trial balance is taken once and all the adjustments are taken twice. Okay, problem is complete. Now let us balance the trading account first of all. Which column is showing higher total, debit column or credit column? Just you observe the debit column and credit column of a trading account. Which column is showing higher total? Debit or credit? Which is more?
Debit.
Which column is showing more amount, more total?
Debit.
Debit. See, first of all, what you have to do to balance any account, first you have to make the total of the column that shows more amount, that shows higher total. Yes, let us first of all make the total of a debit column. All of you, right? Then carry towards opposite. Now what we have to do? We have to deduct the credit total, 30,200 from 32,600. We have to deduct 30,200 from 32,600. Then we get some balance, that is 2,400. 2,400. It is known as by gross loss. When debit is more than credit, the balance is regarded as a loss. When credit is more than debit, that balance is regarded as a profit. But by preparing this trading account, yes, we got this gross loss. This business firm has suffered with a gross loss. Yes, this gross loss has to be shown towards debit side of a profit and loss account. Here we have to show. Here we have to show immediately. Yes, 2 gross loss. Brought down, it is brought down. Yes, 2,400. 2 gross loss, 2,400. Now we have to balance a profit and loss account. Okay, trading account is balanced. Okay. Now profit and loss account, the same process. Which column is showing higher total, debit or credit? Which column is showing? Debit column or credit column? Regarding profit and loss account, see, this is, so these are the debit amount items. So these are the credit amount items. Which column is showing higher total?
Debit.
Debit, debit.
Credit
Debit.
side nil. Credit side nothing is there. So that means 0. Credit side is 0. Right. Debit is 0. What do I have to do? I have to make the total of debit. 4,800. Yes, carry towards opposite. Debit total is 0, right? So 4,800 minus 0. Debit side nil. That means 0. 4,800 minus 0. What is 4,800? Right? Same 4,800. For that you have to write by net loss. Here also debit is more than credit. When debit column is more than credit column, then the difference is known as a loss. This is the net loss. By preparing trading account, we know gross loss or gross profit. By preparing profit and loss account, we know either gross net profit or net loss. Here is the net loss. Yes. See, this loss belongs to whom? This loss to be suffered by whom? Who has to bear this loss? Owner has to bear this loss. Okay, so this loss is to be deducted from his capital, because during this financial year he has suffered loss. So this loss reduces his capital. This loss is to be, net loss is to be deducted from his capital. Yes, now let us go to the balance sheet. Yes, here we have to show net loss, we have to deduct it, because this net loss is to be borne by the owner. Yes, what is that? 4,800. Deduct 18,200 minus 4,800. Yes, what is that? 13,400. See, actually, he invested in the business to 20,000. 18,000 he has taken back during this financial year. And so then his capital leftover is 18,200. During this financial year, he suffered 4,800 loss. As on 31st December 2005, his capital amount is just 13,400. His value of capital is only 13,400. After adjusting the net loss to his capital amount, now what we have to do? Just we have to make the total of both the columns. So there should be no balance. There is no balance at all. So both the columns should tally each other. Yes. What is the total of both the columns? 16,300.